This is astrologer coach Sonja Francis, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming lunar eclipse, which is a very powerful full moon that takes place in 4 degrees of Sagittarius. Now, this is happening on May 25th at 12:26 a.m. New York time and May 24th at 9:26 p.m. LA time. Now, this very powerful full moon is not only a lunar eclipse, which means that it is connected to our soul's journey and something that we're trying to learn, that we've already been trying to learn since 2011, but it's also a super moon, which means that the moon is closest to the earth, and it is also in a straight line between the sun and the earth. And that means that there's something intensifying around electromagnetic shifts. And so we're definitely experiencing a shift in our perception in some way. Like somehow our reality is shifting. Something that we're seeing or what we're believing is sort of like shifting, and we're getting to see things in a different light, in a different way. Now, this eclipse is the last eclipse of the Gemini Sagittarius axis that we've experienced since June 2011. So whatever got started for you in 2011, it's now coming to fruition. It's now coming to a culmination of some sort. And so this is sort of a phase in terms of that axis that is ending. Now, this is particularly true for you, of course, if you have planets in those signs. But we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Now, the 2 planets that are rulers of that lunar eclipse are Mercury and Jupiter. And both of those planets are in Gemini at this time, and they're connecting to Venus. And so this means that there's a very strong message that our mind and our heart need to come together, that everything that we're thinking and everything that we're feeling needs to come sort of into alignment with each other, especially when we're sharing ourselves with other people, when we're communicating to other people, when we're doing things that means that we're connecting in some way to the outside world. Now, Jupiter in this regard has to do with expansion and has to do with really bringing sort of a wisdom approach to that combination of the mind and the heart. Now, the other thing with this lunar eclipse is that Neptune is making a square, a T-square, to this lunar eclipse, to the moon and the sun, which means that there's a focus on needing to be more present, needing to be more here and now. However, it's also going to feel very challenging because, you know, with all this energy in Gemini and in Sagittarius, it's going to be a busy time. There's a lot of things that we're going to want to learn or going to want to explore during that time. And so the Neptune energy of wanting us to be more present, wanting us to be more in the here and now, wanting us to connect more fully to our intuition and to the universe, this is going to be something that we're needing to work on, and we're needing to stretch and grow a little bit to get to that place where we can actually be present. Now, the place that's going to help us with that challenge is the Virgo energy. It has to do with being of service to the world, being of service to people around us, but also it's about focusing on our day-to-day routines and making sure that they run more smoothly and improving these daily routines so that we don't have to constantly be there for every single thing that needs to happen. And also, you know, this is also very much connected to our health, to connect to, you know, making sure that our physical body functions more smoothly, and that all the functions that need to happen on a day-to-day basis on a physical level are running smoothly and are doing okay, so that we're actually being really healthy. So if we're focusing on all of that, that will really help us to be able to be more present and to be more connected to the universe, to our intuition. Now, the one thing that's definitely helping us with this lunar eclipse will be to come from a place of beginner's mind. And what that means is to really approach life, to approach everything around us for this time as if we were doing it for the first time, as if we're experiencing something for the first time, even if we've done it many, many times before. So it's really a mental approach. It's a different mental approach. It's a different way of seeing things in terms of, you know, just as if you were, at a place for the very first time. You've never, been in that particular culture, or you've never been in that particular environment before. You see things a little bit more with an open mind, and you're a little bit more compassionate and more flexible and more adaptable. And that is really what we're trying to get to here with this lunar eclipse, that flexibility, that adaptability. And the one question that we can ask ourselves is, what is really true for me right here, right now? Not what was true 5 minutes ago, not what was true a month ago or a year ago. What is true right here, right now? And that can really help us also with being more present. Now, this is particularly true for you if you have personal planets or personal points in 2 to 6 degrees of Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces. Now, personal points in your chart would be the rising sign or the ascendant, or your career point, which is at the top of the chart, also called the MC. And the personal planets would be the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So again, if you have any of those degrees and those signs present with you in your chart, then this is definitely something that is going to feel that you're going to resonate more with. And also think back to 2011 and think back to what got started for you around that time. Now, I'm always here to support and help you if you need any help. And for that reason also, I've started to create some courses just recently. And so I'm actually offering some basic courses beginning June 22nd is going to be the first one, which is the basics course. So feel free, if you're interested at all or curious at all about learning about the kind of astrology that I'm teaching and that I'm talking about in my videos, which I call Soul-based Astrology, because it's connected to the soul's journey, and it's connected to how we're connected to the universe more fully with all of our energies, and how we can become more one with ourselves and with the universe. If you're really interested in that and wanting to know more about that, please take advantage of my early bird special that's still there on my website for yours to have until the end of May, until May 31st, and sign up for my basics course. It will be a 6-week course that will last from June 22nd until August. And if you have any more questions about that, also feel free to email me. This is an online course, which means that you can access it from wherever you are. It will also be recorded, so that way if you have to miss one course out of the 6, you can always catch up by watching the recording. And if you have any questions at all about this course or about any of the other courses that I offer, feel free to reach out via email to Sonja@AstrologerCoach.com. That's SONJA@AstrologerCoach.com. But also feel free to go to my website and check and see, what is available there. And that will be at AstrologerCoach.com/online-courses at html.html. And I will also have a link for that website below this video, so you can just click on it. All right, so have a fantastic lunar eclipse. Remember, this is an emotional time. This is an extroverted time. This is a time where we're dealing with relationships between us and other people, or internally. There needs to be a balance that needs to be found. So have a fantastic time. Go out there and learn and experience. Go into the ring and really tap into, not just what you know, but also how can you apply that knowledge? How can you be more upfront in your life with doing things that are really tapping into that source of knowing things, and really expanding that into a more knowledge base and into your wisdom. All right, so have a fantastic one, and I will be back very soon. This is Astrologer Coach Sonja Francis. Goodbye.